Hi, I'm Catherine, and this is the very first episode of Sammy Soul Forever Ruby's webcast.
On the bright side, I'll be there with you. That little fallen angel on your shoulder.
So, welcome again to the first episode of Sammy Soul Forever Ruby's webcast. It's the very first episode, That Little Fallen Angel, and it is all about Ruby. I chose to do a special on Ruby because she is my favorite character out of all of the characters on Supernatural. And I know some of you are probably thinking, are you crazy? She's such a pain in the ass, she's a B word, etc., etc., etc. Like, I've heard it all before, all my friends say the same thing. But I don't know, Ruby has just been my favorite character from the very beginning. And so I chose to do this as a tribute to her. So, to start off with, here are 3 reasons why Ruby is my favorite character. When I think of this point, or this reason, the first thing that comes to mind for me is when Ruby shows up for the first time in the first episode of Season 3, The Magnificent 7, and she's got her knife, and she just takes out all of the 7 sins. And, she totally just takes charge. And I just think that scene is amazing. And it totally makes me think of just, how strong Ruby is. And that's, the kick-ass part of her. And I also think Ruby is really inspiring. Because she does take charge. And she is very empowered. And she does what she wants. And she gets what she wants. And she does it her way. And I just think that's amazing, the way that she acts and lives and just does it her way, and no matter what anyone else thinks. And that's really why I think Ruby is so awesome, is just because of how empowered and strong she is. After Sam lost Jessica, I just really felt like he went into the shell, and he wasn't willing to love anybody or be around anybody, and he just had this huge assumption that everyone who he ever got close to was going to get hurt. And that made me really sad, because I am a major romanticist, and I just thought it's so depressing that Sam doesn't get to have anybody, and that he's all depressed now. And, well, yeah, it's depressing that he's depressed. But it's really, and then he had Madison, who was the first person he really loved since Jessica, but then he had to kill her, which made me cry. But then, during the time when Dean was in hell, Ruby was there. And she, they got really close, and she really brought him out of his shell. And when I saw how close they had become, and how, Sam sort of needed her, and when they actually fell in love, I just thought that was so amazing and so beautiful. And I think that they're a perfect couple, and I was really happy that Ruby got him to come out of his little shell and be a part of it all, and, love again. Even though it didn't turn out very well, I just really thought it was great that she got him to love someone or love something and put himself out there. Alright, so I know this reason can be kind of confusing, you wouldn't understand why I chose it, but I just think that, when Ruby makes Dean upset, it's just so doggone adorable. Like, just the way he gets mad at her and how he's constantly pissed off at her no matter how nice she is to him. And I think that's really adorable. And then, like, I think that when Dean and Ruby argue, it's one of the funniest things that's on the show. It's just their little arguments between Dean and Ruby and how she is standing there completely not caring while he is completely aggravated and his face is like red and he's mad and she's just like all nonchalant and like I just think it's really cute and it's really funny to see her aggravate Dean and in the way she aggravates him, and I just think that's really adorable and it's really funny to watch them quibble. And I also feel like the way she speaks to Dean is again empowered and very strong, and just generally it makes me like her, just her style. So yeah. So those are all three of my reasons why I like Ruby.